aboard Sanjiv Bhasin and find out what he's making of the market. Sanjiv, hi, good morning. Good to have you on the show. Sanjiv, let's start off with Paytm. I know you've been holding the stock and I know you think it'll all find its way eventually. But curious to know whether in the recent decline you've added any positions.
Yeah, good morning. No, Aisha, we've desisted from that. In fact, we've added our position in PB Fintech. Like I told you, PB Fintech, Paytm, and Zomato we hold in, in likewise quantity, and the other two have outperformed, and this one has underperformed. So we'll wait for more color. As you are aware, there are a lot of foreign institution investors, and the clarity has not been so forthcoming. So we are aware of the downside in the sense that most of the negative news is getting priced in and people who had to exit. But let's wait for more color. The management sounds very optimistic that they have been able to retain a lot of the positives from the RBI FNCO. And from what I learned that the ED has found nothing untoward towards anything to do with FEMA or, what we call Hawala or something like that. So I think it is better to wait for more color. Paytm, the QR, the sound box, all those are as good as they've been before, and we'll wait for more language. But we will not enter. It's not worth putting good money after bad till you get more clarity. So we are desisting from adding any position. We'll wait for more clarity and then only take a call on that.
Okay, makes sense. That's the call coming in on Paytm. Also, a nice move, Sanjeev, on Friday in some of the smaller pharma names led by Ipca Laboratories, Glenmark, Biocon, of course, as well, held out very nicely. Anything within pharma which is a buy call?
Well, we've had Ipca and Glenmark from much lower levels, close to 550 on Glenmark and close to 820 on Ipca. We still think that is a very sweet spot, as are the mid-cap IT plays. But, I think the earnings have been supportive of their growth. And this was a misnomer that after COVID, they will be downsizing. I think pharma has been one of the best indices along with IT. And I think now it's the turn of metals to start roaring as China comes back. So as a disclosure, both Glenmark and Ipca are in our portfolio along with Dr. Reddy and Cipla. And Lupin has been our dark horse, which are almost doubled and still looking good. So I will go with Lupin as my top play in pharma.
Okay, Sanjeev, hi, morning. Wanted to get in your take on MCX as well. UBS upping the target price and saying that at 40 times the valuation is justified because the growth part looks strong. Your view on how things have unfolded for MCX?
Yeah, good morning. So Avan, MCX was very, very sweetly placed at that 1800. At 3400, it is 3500, it is more than doubled. But see, 5 themes are there for the next 20 years. Exchanges, depository, stockbrokers, as in where I come from, insurance and AMCs. I think this business is irreversible. And as you see the premium on the NSE also start to be slightly on the upper side on the unlisted space. I think the best play here is MCX. We have a contra call and a buy on IEX, and we think that people are ignoring the woods for the trees. They are missing the woods for the trees. IEX is having 85% EBITDA on its turnover on the margins, and what will happen? There may be plateauing of the rates, but the volumes in the next 3-5 years will be 10 times what we have seen. So I think IEX is a dark horse on the exchange, and power exchanges are here to stay. So MCX, like we said, is in our portfolio, but IEX is something where we have put a lot of money around that 120, 125. We think this is a doubler in the next 1.5 years.
Okay, fair enough. Looking at IEX, giving a thumbs up on that stock. Just wanted to get in your take as well on the entire cap goods space. Just today, there's a Citi report on Cummins as well, where they're increasing the target price. If you had to cherry pick, Sanjeev, especially with this overall capex thrust, manufacturing boost, etc., where is it that you would be placing your bets?
So 5 stocks which we've been very, very bullish and which we own: ABB, Siemens, L&T, Cummins, and Thermax. We are very bullish on all those 5 names. And, you can do your picks and chooses. These are not cheap stocks. They've been hitting new highs, but it's telling you the underlying effect of capex coming after 20 years, where these companies are now cash generating like never before. Also, most of them, like Cummins, ABB, have no need of debt. And that's why the return on capital is, they are expensive stocks, but will continue to remain on that basket. So buy a basket of these 5 or buy some mutual fund which has exposure more towards capital good stocks, because individual stocks may or may not make it to your desired levels of profits.
Sure. Okay, let's comment on some of the data that was just flagged off by Anisha with respect to, the impact on MTAR Tech.
No, we have stopped tracking the stock. That stock went out of our realm and it came down for reasons. When the promoter sold, we bought some of it and we encashed. Avan, we want to stay with large caps. So in large caps, we continue to be overweight on HCL Tech. Tech Mahindra is another stock which I think can outperform, and Persistent and Coforge are 4 of these stocks which we are very bullish. Look, IT is being a star performer along with the pharma, and I think they will continue. But look for good names. Tech Mahindra has undergone what it had to in the BFSI space. They are seeing a lot of traction. The new change in management is very, very optimistic. I mean, they are now aggressive in their forthcoming bids. And I think Tech Mahindra can be a relative dark horse. Plus, we want to be in heavyweight. So HCL Tech, Tech Mahindra, Persistent, and Coforge are 4 stocks we would recommend. MTAR is not something which we are very gung-ho over. After the recent run-up, we think there should be some, plateauing over there for some time.
Okay, that's the take coming in on what to pick out for, and technology continues to be a favorite with Sanjiv. And Sanjiv, have to discuss PSUs and have to get your top 3 ideas from there where you still think there's value on the table. I know you flagged off power as a sector already, but aside of that.
So Aisha, first we'll go back a month back when 3200 was, or 3300 was where 3700 was where Hero Motor was, and there was a downgrade to 33 or something, and I said 5000 is coming in Hero Motor. By the way, we hit 5000. On 14,000, I gave 25,000 as a target for Bosch, and people were laughing. In fact, it hit 28,000. So don't underestimate the power of a bull market in stocks and sectors which have not performed. Similar is the case with State Bank, Can Bank, PNB. 40 rupees is 130 and raring to go. And REC, PFC, every quarter the numbers justify the re-rating of the stocks. I am not advocating a full-fledged buy, but I still think there is room over there on certain stock sectors which can outperform. So do your whole homework. I still think in the large cap, NTPC is a stock which you must own. Now, whether you buy it at this price or slightly lower, it's all up to you. And like I said, Aisha, the comeback in commodities is now going to be a play on China. I would be very, very bullish on metals. And Tata Power continues to be one of the best picks over there, but on declines.
All right. Thanks so much, Sanjiv, then for joining in and giving us your take on the overall markets and individual stocks. Meantime,